My Lords, I declare an interest. Many years ago, I had the great good fortune to meet someone. She and I have loved each other ever since. Apart, that is, from the occasional spectacular argument, usually about driving or DIY. And as the slogans on the T-shirts used to say, it happens in the best of families. It was therefore with great relief that I read the letter from the Bishop of Salisbury to the noble Lord Alley, in which he said, whilst marriage is robust and enduring, what is meant by marriage has developed and changed significantly. There have been many changes to what constitutes marriage over the years. In 1836, there was the change that allowed civil marriage. In 1949, there was the change that made the minimum age for marriage 12 years old. Those changes came about because of campaigns that were run by minorities and resisted by majorities for a very long time. But they're not changes that would now be overturned. What we're doing today doesn't undermine any existing or future marriage. What it does is it extends the status of marriage to gay men and lesbians who want to make a public commitment in the presence of their families and their friends, and sometimes their co-religionists. And it reflects the wishes of those people who don't today just want to tolerate lesbians and gay men. They want to celebrate and support them as people in their own lives. Some noble lords say that allowing gay people to get married is unfair because it leaves other sorts of relationships, such as those as siblings, without the same legal rights as those who choose a marital status. Well, if enabling a gay marriage will be unfair to another relationship, such as two sisters, then existing marriage laws are unfair. But the thing is, my lords, I think we all understand that relationships which adults enter into voluntarily are wholly distinct from relationships which are determined by consanguinity. If family members could become civil partners, it would be really easy for a bullying parent or a sibling to force a member of their family into a relationship simply in order to protect property. I don't think any of us want to legislate for that. A great deal has been made about the issue of conscience clause for registrars and other public servants. My lords, I grew up in a time and a place when discrimination in public services on the grounds of religion was not uncommon. It caused resentment and it divided communities. The idea that public servants should decide, according to their personal beliefs, who does and does not receive a public service is just wrong. Taxes are levied on a non-discriminatory basis, and services should be provided on a non-discriminatory basis. There are some opponents of this bill who say we shouldn't be addressing this, not when we've got all these huge economic difficulties. I disagree, because discrimination always comes with a price tag. In the United States, hundreds of employers, some very small, some of the biggest in the world, like Nike and Microsoft, are assisting legal cases in support of gay marriage. These employers need to recruit and retain the most productive staff to make their businesses competitive, and that includes LGBTQ staff. These businesses want their gay staff and employees to be able to focus on their jobs, not to be dealing with the inequality that means that they and their families always have to sit at the back of the bus. My lords, if those businesses have figured out that same-sex marriage is good for business, then so should we. My lords, this is a bill about religious freedom. And as somebody who was raised a Methodist, that's something that has been important to me all my life. No religion will be compelled to offer a same-sex marriage. But on the same basis, it would be wrong to deny the rights of those religious organisations who wish to extend their fellowship to gay people and their families. My lords, there is no impediment which would prevent this House from doing its job and subjecting this bill to the high standards of scrutiny that it would apply to any other. And in doing so, members of your Lordship's House will think long and hard, as they always do, about what's right and in the best interests of our society. I and many of my colleagues in these benches look forward to joining with local laws from all parts of the House to ensure that gay people and their families are afforded the dignity and respect which others take for granted, and that families, faiths and communities can grow stronger together as a result. Yeah.